Hey guys, today we're going to be doing an aerial video on this 2,500 square foot home in North Scottsdale, Arizona. So let's get started. All right, so looking around for obstacles, we have this tree right here, but nothing too much in this area. So I'm just gonna start that reverse shot that I likely will get is gonna have to go up a little bit higher, or we might just make it a vertical shot because of that tree. I don't want to potentially get in that. But anyways, just double checking my settings. I'm at 4K wide for the Mavic Air 2, and it's 30 frames per second. HDR video, and that's the settings we're going to use right now. So let's go ahead and hit record and take off. All right, so what I think I'm going to do, instead of getting that vertical back shot, which I do like to start at the front and kind of go back and then go back again, I'm just going to start wider here because I feel like my obstacle avoidance is just going to go crazy when I get close to that tree. I can already hear it. So I already hit record. I like to just record one single video for all my aerials so I can just focus on composition and not worry about starting and stopping. That's when I get into trouble and forget to hit record. All right, so I can see the entire house here. Now I'm just gonna slowly go up. Just reveal the mountain range to the back. I think this is a great shot. And I'm clear of that tree. All right, so once I'm clear of the tree, all right, so I like that shot. There was no movement, there was no moving car, so we could reverse it and come down to the house if we wanted to. Or we could even just come down a little bit faster. And we could also go forward and kind of fly over the house. I see the little palm tree. I'm just going to try to get some diverse shots in this area. It's a great area. I can see the drone and some very nice houses. So I'm going to go a little bit further. And now when I'm going to be coming back around, I want to still be able to keep my eyes on the drone, but I don't want it to see me so clearly because it's hard to remove people from drone footage. So I'm just going to turn back around and focus on the property here. And let me see something here. All right, so let me try to focus on the house. So I'm just going to, we can do spotlight or active track, point of view. If we want to circle around it, let's go ahead and do point of view, see if it'll work. And we'll hit go. So now it'll stay focused on the house. I'm gonna scoot back to see if we can get some horizon. Actually, sometimes it'll fail. It just failed to measure. So let's see here if it'll measure correctly this time around. We could leave it in spotlight mode, which is fine. Your gimbal will just stay kind of locked on the property and you can just focus on flying. All right, now when it switches icons like that, you know that it's locked on it. So I'm probably going a little bit fast. Now I can see myself in the shot. So let me move over here closer to the base of this tree. A lot of times I'll just hide next to a tree or by a tree and we're not so visible, and as long as we're not moving. All right, so I'm just gonna keep flying. I'm gonna kind of go back further. And I know the best views are those mountain views in the distance. So I'm gonna keep going as I circle around the property. I'm gonna get some nice mountain view shots in the area. Those look gorgeous. All right, so that's probably far enough there. And now I'm keeping that point of view, even though it looks like it's not really focused on the house, it looks like it's focused on the house next door. I'm just gonna fly towards it it's going to automatically pan down my camera a little bit. And yeah, I actually kind of like it. So now let's turn this off. I'm going to get a top-down shot. So we could either do vertical or horizontal. I'm going to go from the side here, just the top down. I thought that was going to be a neighbor complaining about the drone in the area, which I've had happen several times in this area. All right, so we can go down here, and then we can come back up. Just kind of get a nice top-down shot. Now our aerial videos, usually we're not using anything more than a minute worth of footage. So you don't have to, you know, have a ton of stuff, but I like to have options. All right, so that's good. And now I'm gonna drop down closer on top of the pool here. Keeping an eye, make sure there's no obstacles. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna keep dropping down here over the pool area, the backyard. I'm kind of not super centered on the pool, but I'm not gonna reposition my camera mid-shot. So if I am right here, now I'm over the pool. And we're shooting in 4K, so we could obviously do a digital zoom if we wanted to. I'm gonna keep coming down here just a little bit. All right, that's a good shot. All right, now let me hit this button on the bottom of my drone, reposition. And next, let me just go above the house. And now I'm just gonna get some area shots. Now I usually like to have the sky at about, showing about 1/3 of the frame. I have mountains coming in, so I'm just gonna do slow panning, 360 around the area. Not much faster than this. I mean, if we really needed to slow it down beyond this, we could use optical flow if we needed to create some additional flames. But cool bird flying in the shot. I didn't really see, as I'm up here, I'm looking for additional amenities in the area, like golf courses and stuff, just to see if, all right, and that's probably it for the interestingness. I'm not gonna do a full 360. Usually we'll just focus on what's interesting, and if you look at this whole 180, it's just, there's not a lot going on. We have that mountain range over here, and we have the mountain range over here. These are kind of the most scenic shots. So maybe what I do is come back here. So now we're flying above us. Maybe I focus on the house and kind of fly just a little further away from the house. Maybe actually what I'll do is kind of a straight shot. I've already done like a 360 view, but if I do just this fly across, we can see the house. It's another option in the editing, just to kind of mix up the shots. The last thing you want is just a bunch of panning shots or a bunch of top down. Aerial videos can get very boring if you don't diversify your shots. So now I'm just gonna come down. Hold on, here we go. So what I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do a spotlight, and then I'm gonna head backwards and reveal that mountain range to the north here. So I'm actually not even controlling the gimbal. This is doing it all by itself. Targeting distance failed. So let me retry, it'll reset. Now we have a car in the front of the house, either a nosy neighbor or the real estate agent, which, whatever, I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm gonna manually pan up, and we can see those mountains to the distance there. So anyways, I feel like we got some great shots. I feel pretty confident in the shots that we got. We'll have enough footage to add to the walkthrough video to make it more interesting. So anyways, if you guys have any additional questions on how to shoot aerial video like this, feel free to reach out. We'll see you guys on the next one.